There is a general assumption that because somebody does something inappropriate or wrong, it means the other side is right. That's not necessarily true. Uh, there can be two wrongs involved. Two wrongs don't make a right. And when it comes to Andrew Tate, who has significant parallels, I think, in the legal cobweb in which he's tied with President Trump, Andrew Tate is this controversial social media personality with his brother Tristan, who are embroiled in so many legal battles. I'm amazed that they can actually breathe at night. They have been charged in Romania with human trafficking and rape, accused of forcing 7 women into pornography through intimidation and surveillance. And it's very difficult to identify, to expose intimidation. It's about a feeling. And often the problem with intimidation is people don't realize that they're being intimidated at the time. It's with hindsight. And hindsight is hard to identify. It's hard to identify what's going on at the time. A Romanian judge recently lifted a travel ban on the Tates, allowing them to move freely within the EU while they await trial, though they are still barred from entering Britain. In the meantime, they filed a defamation lawsuit in Florida against a woman who accused them of imprisoning her in Romania. And Judge Joseph Curley has allowed the defamation case to proceed to trial, citing sufficient evidence that the woman may have attempted to defraud and extort the Tate brothers. However, Curley dismissed several other claims, including false imprisonment and emotional distress, against the woman and her parents. Andrew Tate claims that the case against him in Romania is now collapsing, highlighting the judge's decision to allow travel within the EU and the partial dismissal of the lawsuit as evidence. His statements are, of course, a mix of bravado and strategic positioning aimed at maintaining his public image and enlivening, engorging his support base. In addition to the Romanian charges, though, the Tate brothers face several civil claims in Britain from women alleging sexual violence, and the British authorities have also charged the Tates with sexual aggression, although the details remain undisclosed. There is a point, therefore, where you think, well, where there's no there's no fire without flames, or whatever the expression is. These legal battles underscore the complexity, but the fact that there's more than one suggests that there is a kernel of truth that needs to be dealt with, and the breadth of the accusations against them, extending beyond Romania, make this a significantly more complex case, but equally they make it harder to wriggle away from and to play legal games. The same issue is true of Trump. The fact that there are multiple cases makes this all that harder to negotiate. Now, of course, there may be multiple cases and there may be nothing in them. You know, people are jumping on a bandwagon. That's the choice. Is it a bandwagon, or is it evidence of a general malaise, a general form of behaviour which is probably illegal or criminal? While the Tate brothers claim the case against them is falling apart, the reality is therefore nuanced and will remain nuanced. The partial legal victories, the lifted travel restrictions, don't negate the serious charges that Andrew Tate still faces. And the outcome of the defamation trial in Florida, the pending criminal case in Romania and Britain, will significantly influence Tate's legal standing and public perception in the future. In the meantime, of course, the fact that their name is constantly being paraded through social media, through mainstream media, means that they are presumably making money on their platforms, and people are talking about them, which is their purpose, and and therefore the same parallels can be drawn with Trump. The fact that he is constantly in the headlines means people are constantly talking about him, and that energizes his base support as much as it informs and energizes the opposition and the and concerns about his future. Equally with the Tates. In so many ways, this parallels the confusion between fame and legal action, which, of course, is so beautifully encapsulated in the musical of Chicago, the story of Roxy Hart, which was based on real events. And, in Hollywood at the time, there was an idea that if you were a beautiful woman, you couldn't be condemned. It's utter madness. If you are famous, you cannot be condemned. That's where we're coming to, isn't it? Fame is its own defense. Is it?